Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem and invocation. Performing our national anthem today is Ms. Lila Engelhorn, who is an NPS employee supporting the National Security Institute. Color Guard, parade the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red clear, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Color Guard, retire the colors. Chaplain Rosa will now deliver the invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we invoke your presence at this graduation ceremony to consecrate the achievement of these students at Naval Postgraduate School. We ask that the families, friends, and faculty who witnessed this event and who have stood beside them, that may they rejoice with them at this great accomplishment. Bestow your wisdom on them, couple it with moral fortitude, and imbue these students with prudence so that they may serve our nation with honor and change our world for the good. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Rosa. Please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Naval Postgraduate School's spring quarter graduation. I'd like to begin this morning's ceremony by thanking the Del Monte Brass, Ms. Lila Engelhorn, and the Naval Postgraduate School Color Guard. Thank you very much. I'd like to now introduce you to our distinguished platform party. Beginning on your left, in the front row, is Commander Louis Rosa, the Command Chaplain at the Naval Postgraduate School. Lieutenant Colonel Laura M. Ryan, who's the Assistant Commandant of the Defense Language Institute Foreign Language Center. Lieutenant Colonel Jennifer Anthus, United States Marine Corps, is the branch head of the Operations and Training, Security Cooperation, Education, and Training Center in Washington, D.C. Rear Admiral David R. Oliver, Jr., United States Navy, retired, our guest speaker today, and the Chief Operating Officer of European Aeronautic Defense and Space Company, North America. Vice Admiral Daniel T. Oliver, United States Navy, retired, the President of the Naval Postgraduate School. Dr. Leonard Ferrari, the Executive Vice President and Provost at the Naval Postgraduate School. Dr. Bill Gates, Dean of the Graduate School of Business and Public Policy. Colonel Robert Burks, United States Army, Acting Dean of the Graduate School of Operational and Information Sciences. Dr. Phil Durkee, Dean of the Graduate School of Engineering and Applied Sciences. And Dr. James Wirtz, Dean of the Graduate School of International Graduate Studies. On the second row, from left to your right, is Dr. Wendell Nuss, Chairman of the Department of Meteorology. Dr. Jeffrey Padawin, Chairman of the Department of Oceanography. Dr. Andres Larraza, Chairman of the Department of Physics. Dr. Ray Bittner, representing the Department of Information Sciences. Dr. Knox Millsaps, Chairman of the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Dr. Clark Robertson, the Chairman of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Daniel Moran, representing the Department of National Security Affairs. Professor Matt Bonesel, representing the Department of Systems Engineering. Dr. Robert Dell, Chairman of the Department of Operations Research. Dr. Peter Denning, Chairman of the Department of Computer Science. Dr. Gordon McCormick, Chairman of the Department of Defense Analysis. And Professor Fred Drake, Dean of Academics at the Naval War College. At this time, it is my honor to introduce our President, Vice Admiral Daniel T. Oliver.
Thank you. Good morning. Distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family, and friends, and soon-to-be graduates. We're happy to have you all here. Before I introduce our guest speaker, there are a few groups of people I would like to recognize. First, I want to acknowledge the faculty and staff, both military and civilian, who work so hard to achieve the challenging learning environment that provides our students with such a prestigious education. Second, I'd like to thank all of the family members and friends of the graduates who have been so patient with loved ones through long hours of studying in pursuit of academic goals. This support is critical to these graduates being here this morning. And finally, to the NPS graduates, you should be justly proud of what you have accomplished here. We will be proud to call you NPS alumni, and we look forward to hearing great things from you in the future. And now it is my honor and privilege to introduce today's graduation speaker. Retired Navy Admiral David R. Oliver, Jr. is currently the Chief Operating Officer of EADS North America. His long and distinguished career has included extensive experience in government, industry, and the military. He has been variously a nuclear-trained submarine officer in the Navy, a CEO in industry, a small business owner, an oft-published author, and a Senate-confirmed political appointee. Immediately prior to joining EADS North America, Dave answered the Bush administration's request to serve in the early days in Iraq as the Director of Management and Budget for coalition forces. I actually learned about this activity when I was living in New Orleans. It's because this happened so often over the years, some confused Dave with me. And I had several people call and volunteer to join me in Iraq. Admiral Oliver's final active duty assignment was as Principal Deputy to the Navy Acquisition Executive. Then, after having worked as an executive at Northrop Grumman Corporation and Westinghouse, he was appointed by President Clinton to serve as Principal Deputy Undersecretary of Defense for Acquisition, Technology, and Logistics. Dave Oliver is widely recognized among his colleagues as a man of enormous intellect, energy, and vision. He is both a creative and a critical thinker. It is no accident that he has earned many distinguished service awards, both as a naval officer and as a civilian leader. He is a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy and holds a master's degree from American University. He and his delightful wife, Linda, are both dedicated and accomplished public servants who have contributed significantly to our nation in their lifetimes. And although Dave and I are not related as far as I know, I am glad to know him as a friend and colleague, and am always flattered when we are confused. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm welcome for David R. Oliver, Jr., Chief Operating Officer of Eads National.
Thank you, Admiral. Thank you, distinguished guests and friends of the school. I wish to honor each of you for your past accomplishments and what brings you here. And I also wish to honor you graduates by reminding the audience your service and what is so enriching and empowering to you that causes you to have such a career. I also wish to remind you today, especially given the training which you've received here in Monterey, that you have reached an inflection point in your careers. For if you are fortunate, you may well have the opportunity to face your most difficult professional challenge in the next decade. At military academies' induction ceremonies, it is common for the speaker to say, look to the left and look to the right, because by the time the young women and the men in the audience, by the time you are through with the summer stress, there will be one of you will be missing. And I note that if you graduates look up and down the row, I believe it is both Admiral Oliver's and my mutual experience that in the next 10 years, one of you in each row will have the opportunity to change history. Which is not to say that the lucky one of you will seize that opportunity, for you may not. And if you do not, your classmates will probably be none the wiser if you let it slip through your grasp. But you will know. History-altering moments are not accompanied by a stealthy swish as a knife slips by a curtain in the room, nor do these moments arrive with the sound of a trumpet. They don't even come with the whistle or thud of a mortar. No, my experience with history-altering moments is they come when you're tired. You're tired in a tent, you're tired at home, you're playing with your child. They are as ephemeral as a butterfly that rests for a moment, its wings slowly moving in the corner of your eye, and you see it, and you may or you may not recognize it. If you are not prepared, if you do not recognize the situation for the uniqueness which it is, that iridescent moment will be gone the next time you open your eyes. You can choose to consider it a dream later. There will be no record that the butterfly existed. No one else will ever know history could have been altered, that history could be anything other than what it is for your children, than what it is now, except you. You in your heart will know. You in this graduating classes are in one of the few professions which can change history for America. And because of America's position in this world, you can change history for the world. This may well be one of the reasons you have chosen a life of service. And the question is, will the person in your row be ready? Some years ago, when the President and I were young flag officers during the latter stages of the Cold War, we and many of the people in the Department of Defense were quite worried about loose nuclear weapons, as they were called. In other words, while the Soviets and the Soviet Unions were quite difficult threats, they also were quite good at keeping their nuclear weapons under control. However, as a consequence, we were worried when they were breaking up, or were worried about their breaking up in the early 1990s. We were worried about what was going to happen. And in places like here in Monterey, there were courses, just as you had a course last week on Africa, there were meetings on what was going to happen. We knew the Soviets had lots of nuclear weapons, and the number started at a low of more than we had, which was in tens of thousands, to a lot more than we had, which was something more. At the time, I was working in the Pentagon without any responsibility for war fighting. I was working on budgets. One snowy evening around 2 a.m., I received a telephone call from a woman that my wife and I had met much earlier on the West Coast. Since my caller was worried that her telephone was tapped, she spoke briefly and very quickly. If you want 100 intercontinental ballistic missiles and 1,000 pounds of plutonium, go to 2940 29th Street in Georgetown now. English was our third language, behind Vietnamese and French. And I have difficulty hearing in that range anyway, and I'd really been sound asleep. And I lay back down and I tried to think about that. And by the time I'd put that staccato words together, she'd hung up. And then I tried to remember, I tried to put her voice with a face, and then I tried to put her face with other people who it was, and then I thought about how tired I was, and then I rolled out of bed and I reached in the dark for my shoes. And I went downtown, and I didn't leave Linda a note, which we'll come to later. And I went to what turned out to be a Chinese safe house, and I opened a door, and behind the door in the dark were 4 armed Cossacks, and they sort of invited me in for breakfast. And as you non-naval officers know, have come to know, naval officers are really polite, and so I went in for breakfast, particularly since there were now 2 armed guys leaning against the only exit. And so we had breakfast. And they explained the following story, which was that a CIA agent had given the Soviets, a spy, had given the Soviets the plans to our keyhole satellite, and the Soviets had figured out it could not see a weld bead on a missile. And so when they were placing the SS-9s in their missile fields, what they had done was they pulled a missile out and cut it up when the keyhole was going over, and then they had quickly, when it was out of sight, welded it back up, pulled a good one out, put it in a truck, run up to a cave in a mountain, and dropped the cut up one back in another hole, and then pulled it out again when it came out, and again. And so what they had was they had 104 of their biggest missiles hidden in a cave, which are more than we knew of. So instead of having 400 of their largest missiles, they had 500. And these were the big missiles that were city-busting missiles. Actually, they were the target against the Minuteman fields. They had been, the problem was the Kazakhs, these were hidden in a mountain, and the Kazakhs were afraid that when they got freedom, that Yeltsin, since it was a violation of SALT, would want to recapture them to prevent anybody from knowing about it. And so what they had decided they would do is they would give all of them to the United States. And so the Kazakhs were there to try to give them to the United States, except that nobody in the United States would talk to them. And the downside they were finding, trying to talk to people in the Senate and other people, was if their tale were true, it meant that the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the CIA and some other people had made mistakes, right? Because they're supposed to be watching this thing. So they wanted to give him up, and they couldn't find anybody to give him up to. So the good thing they had was they said I was the last hope, and I liked the sound of that. So I left about 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and I went over to the director of operations of the CIA, who got in early, and I knew he got in early, so I waited for him when he came by and talked to him for a minute. And then I went into the Pentagon. And I talked to the head of the CIA, or the Defense Intelligence Agency, and then I started talking to a bunch of flag officers who shall go nameless. And all of them told me to forget about it, including some 4-stars who shall also go nameless. And I decided they didn't understand. And so then I went in and talked to the Secretary of Defense. And the Secretary of Defense and he called in his staff, and and I was losing the argument. And he got a phone call from the head of the CIA. And he said, and he answered the phone, and he said, you lost those guys in Los Angeles? And he said, what salt and pepper shakers? And he says, and he looks over at me and he says, Dave, did you drop off some salt and pepper shakers at the CIA? And I said, yeah. And I said, I stole them at breakfast. And he said, they have the fingerprints of the next president of Kazakhstan on them. And I said, that's good. I was wondering if he was the right guy. And he said, okay, that's good. And he says, the CIA wants to know where they are. And I said, well, In 2 hours, they'll be at the Visitors Center in the White House, is where I told them to meet you. And so Secretary Perry hung up, and he went over and picked up his coat, and he said, I think I should go over to the White House and talk to the president and give him a little background. And he left. Now, so all that is a reasonable thing, and there are some stories in this, and Bill Perry, and over the next couple of years, many people contributed to eliminating, and they eliminated a third of the nuclear weapons in the world. And Kazakhstan is the only country besides Brazil that has ever gone away from the brink of having nuclear weapons. And a whole bunch of people participated in it. And if you ever speak to Bill Perry, he will tell you that removing nuclear weapons from Kazakhstan is in the top 2 of the things he's done in his public life. And if it's in his top 2, I think I should rank it in mine. And I do. Now, many of you in this graduating class are military officers, and so you realize there's also a story about how you learn to just disregard what the 4 stars tell you. And it is an interesting subject, and if Admiral Oliver ever invites me back after I finish my next leadership book, I'll share that observation with another class. But for historians among you, 57 years ago, Admiral Rickover spoke here, and he said in part 3 things, which I will read. Some of the ideas I try to get across to people who work for me are the following. More than ambition, more than ability, it is rules that limit contribution. They are a substitute for rational thought. Free discussion requires an atmosphere unembarrassed by any suggestion of authority. If a subordinate always agrees with his superior, he is a useless part of the organization. All men are by nature conservative, but conservatism in the military profession is a source of danger to the country. Admiral Rickover lived that premise. I also have tried to. Now let me add a practical matter, though. And I will tell you what, there's not a day that's gone by in my life that I have not tried to worry about if I have not done what I could for my role. And I am serious, because that's been my goal, is to serve my role. But I do have a practical observation. If you are in a serious relationship, and Linda and I have been married for 46 years, which I think counts, and if you decide to leave your house in a snowstorm in the middle of the night to meet Soviet agents, and you choose not to leave a note for your sleeping significant other, and you get busy and you don't call him or her during the day either, and when you return home at 7 p.m. that night and your significant other seems a little cool, perhaps she turns her face when you try to kiss her, and I suggest you pause and inquire if there's a problem before you pick up your newspaper and head towards the living room. It's just a suggestion, okay? Because I didn't. And you may discover that the Secretary of Defense, Bill Perry, has called her in your absence and said something like, Linda, this is Bill Perry, Dave and I were working on a very sensitive issue with the president today. Please tell him that the president came down the right side. And since the denuclearization of Kazakhstan had by that evening become a very classified program, I was not permitted to satisfy our curiosity about what that was, even though Linda was herself working for the same government. And despite her subsequent denials that she was offended by this whole series of things, I've always felt that misunderstanding was the real reason that when Linda later became the general counsel for the Naval Criminal Investigative Service, she approved those oral wire intercepts against me. She still denies it, but then she's not a graduate of the Naval Postgraduate School, so she hasn't had the learning and the ambiance which you pick up here in the classes, and she's not been part of the exemplary training each of you has received. In fact, just inviting us out here has probably had an effect upon her, I hope, and changed her enough to make her regret that, as well as many other instances in our marriage. But for your invitation to come, we thank you, and Lynn and I will leave you to work on your own top two. And if you were ever fortunate enough to recognize the butterfly, as well as to seize the opportunity which will make your own row proud, we wish you well.
Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy please stand and proceed to the platform?
Will Lieutenant Commander William Albert Swick, the candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Physical Oceanography, please cross the stage? The title of Lieutenant Commander Swick's dissertation is Field and Numerical Study on Natural River Mixing. Lieutenant Commander Swick's dissertation advisor is Professor Jamie H. McMahon from the Department of Oceanography. In Lieutenant Commander Swick's dissertation, his research successfully performed the comprehensive state-of-the-art experiments in natural rivers using new technology and oceanic statistical techniques to describe mixing processes and to validate the Navy's riverine numerical model. President Oliver, I present to you Lieutenant Commander Swick. He has completed all requirements prescribed by the faculty and is recommended for the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
By the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will Lieutenant Commander Michael Taus, the candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Physics, please cross the stage? The title of Lieutenant Commander Taus's dissertation is Design, Fabrication, and Characterization of a Micro-Electromechanical Directional Microphone. Lieutenant Commander Taus's dissertation advisor is Professor Dramani Karunasiri from the Department of Physics. In Lieutenant Commander Taus's research, a micro-electromechanical device was developed that mimics the hearing system of the Ormia ocratia fly to determine the direction of incoming sound waves. The device, which is made of silicon and measures only 2 millimeters across, is being developed so soldiers can passively locate snipers quickly and accurately. President Oliver, I present to you Lieutenant Commander Taus. He has completed all requirements prescribed by the faculty and is recommended for the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
By the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will Lieutenant Spiridon D. Salermos, the candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering Acoustics, please cross the stage? The title of Lieutenant D. Salermos' dissertation is Adaptive Reception for Underwater Communications. Lieutenant D. Salermos' dissertation advisor is Professor Roberto Christie from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Lieutenant D. Salermos' dissertation research concerns the development of an adaptive receiver and a robust signal acquisition system for underwater acoustic communications. The major design goal is the receiver's robustness on a Doppler-distorted, fast-varying, multipath fading channel for applications in multi-user environments. Experimental results prove the effectiveness of the receiver. President Oliver, I present to you Lieutenant D. Salermos. He has completed all requirements prescribed by the faculty and is recommended for the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
By the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will Lieutenant Colonel Paul A. Robards, the candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Information Sciences, please cross the stage? The title of Lieutenant Colonel Robards' dissertation is Two-Sided Matching in Hierarchical Organizations, an Application for the Assignment of Military Personnel. Lieutenant Colonel Robards' dissertation advisor is Professor William Gates from the Graduate School of Business and Public Policy. In Lieutenant Colonel Robards' dissertation, there were two parts to his research. In the first part, he examined the quality of assignment decision-making conducted in the absence of decision support. Then, in order to improve assignment quality, he demonstrated that two-sided matching can be used in large hierarchical organizations in a way that can satisfy multiple criteria. President Oliver, I present to you Lieutenant Colonel Robards. He has completed all requirements prescribed by the faculty and is recommended for the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
By the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will the candidates for the engineer's degree please stand and proceed to the platform?
The engineer's degree is a degree that is intermediate between a master's degree and a PhD. It requires more courses than a master's degree, and the students spend more time in the thesis investigation, probing deeper into research than for a master's thesis. President Oliver, I present to you these candidates. After consideration of their academic accomplishments, the Academic Council will recommend them for the degree Mechanical and Electrical Engineer as specified.
Upon the recommendation of the Academic Council, I will, by the authority vested in me, confer upon them the degrees Mechanical and Electrical Engineer as specified, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Candidate for the degree Mechanical Engineer, Lieutenant Christos K. Angelopoulos, Hellenic Navy. Also received the degree Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Candidate for the degree Electrical Engineer, Lieutenant Junior Grade Eustathios Mitsias, Hellenic Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you to please hold your applause until the last candidate has left the platform. Will the candidates for degrees Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, and Executive Master of Business Administration please stand?
President Oliver, I present to you these candidates. After consideration of their academic accomplishments, the Academic Council will recommend them for the degree Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, and Executive Master of Business Administration as specified.
Upon the recommendation of the Academic Council, I will, by the authority vested in me, confer upon them the degree Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, and Executive Master of Business Administration as specified, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will the candidates please proceed to the platform? Of this quarter's total 272 graduating class, 110 also earned their Command and Staff Diploma from the Joint Professional Military Education Program sponsored by the Naval War College. This is annotated in your program with a star by the student's name. Candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Security Studies, Middle East, South Asia, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Lieutenant Colonel Karsten Struss, German Army. Also received 2 awards, the International Student Award for Excellence in Regional or Security Studies and the Naval Postgraduate School Outstanding Academic Achievement Award for international students, and was recommended to receive with distinction. Major John P. Duvall, Jr., United States Marine Corps. Major Roberto Luis Ibarra, United States Marine Corps. Major Jason R. Murtha, United States Marine Corps. Captain Francisco J. Vega, United States Marine Corps. Major Brian Ziegler, United States Marine Corps. Lieutenant Lindsay Dawn Fatz, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Jeremy William Holton, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Torsten Hoffman, German Navy. Lieutenant Stephanie Kruger, United States Navy. Candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Security Studies, Far East, Southeast Asia, and Pacific. Major Chris J. Kelshaw, United States Army. Also received the Louis D. Liskin Award for Excellence in Regional Security Studies and was recommended to receive with distinction. Major Tyler J. Moore, United States Marine Corps. Lieutenant Richard James Kalat, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Daniel E. McShane III, United States Navy. Candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Security Studies, Western Hemisphere. Major Daniel R. Fitch, United States Army. Recommended to receive with distinction. Lieutenant Commander Richard R. Reyes, United States Navy. Recommended to receive with distinction. Captain Joe Shipley, United States Navy. Candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Security Studies, Europe and Eurasia. Major Thomas Ross, United States Marine Corps. Also received the Marine Corps Association Superior Service Award for Outstanding U.S. Marine Student and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Commander Patrick Thomas Baker, United States Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Commander Ulf Balzer, German Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Pieta I. Gonzalez, United States Navy. Major Kimberly Lorene Lihuanani Garbett, United States Air Force. Also received the Outstanding United States Air Force Graduate Award, Department of National Security Affairs. Lieutenant Colonel Dirk Steinhoff, German Air Force, recommended to receive with distinction. Candidate for the degree Master of Arts in Security Studies and Civil Military Relations, Captain Daniel Costers, United States Army. Candidate for the degree Master of Arts in Security Studies, Stabilization and Reconstruction, Lieutenant Commander Leslie Ann Mintz, United States Navy. Candidates for the degree Master of Arts in Security Studies, Defense Decision Making and Planning, Commander Sami Fahad Al-Motari, Royal Saudi Naval Forces. Lieutenant Colonel Soterios Petropoulos, Hellenic Army. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Denver Lee Kane, United States Navy. Ensign Justin Andre de Villar, United States Navy. Lieutenant John Neil Howard, United States Navy. Lieutenant Richard B. LaBelle, United States Navy. Lieutenant Brian Eric Phillips, United States Navy. Also received 2 awards, the Monterey County Navy League Award for highest academic achievement and the American Society of Naval Engineers Award for excellence in naval engineering, and was recommended to receive with distinction. Ensign Matthew Alexander Porter, United States Navy. Ensign Daniel Gary Wheaton, United States Navy. Ensign Matthew Joseph Wilder, United States Navy. Mr. Travis Warren Axtell, Space and Naval Warfare Systems Command. Mr. Benjamin A. Petticord, Naval Postgraduate School, also received 2 awards, the 2011 AFCEA John McReynolds Wozencraft Award for Electrical and Computer Engineering Academic Honor Award, and the Naval Postgraduate School Outstanding Academic Achievement Award for a Department of Defense student. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Ensign Peggy Sue LeGrand, United States Navy. Ensign Timothy Joseph Omler, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Salvador M. Suarez, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Heather R. Mattern, United States Coast Guard. Also received 2 awards, the Surface Navy Association's Award for Excellence in Surface Warfare Research and the Naval Sea Systems Command Award for Naval Mechanical Engineering. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Systems Engineering, Lieutenant James Brawley, United States Navy. Lieutenant James Drennan, United States Navy. Also received the Northrop Grumman Student Award for Excellence in Systems Engineering and was recommended to receive with distinction. Lieutenant Commander Tracy Lynn Emerson, United States Navy. Also received 2 awards, the Wayne E. Meyer Award for Outstanding Student in Systems Engineering and the Naval Postgraduate School Superior Service Award, and was recommended to receive with distinction. Lieutenant Christopher K. Matassa, United States Navy. Lieutenant Nathan Clinton Matson, United States Navy. Also received the degree Master of Science in Electrical Engineering and received the Space and Naval Warfare Systems Command Award in Electronic Systems Engineering, and was recommended to receive distinction in both degrees and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Jonathan Saburn, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Joseph A. Sagert, United States Navy. Also received the Naval Sea Systems Command Award for Excellence in Systems Engineering. Lieutenant Christopher Walker, United States Navy. Lieutenant Evan Bronwyn Williams, United States Navy. Lieutenant William M. Walker, United States Navy. Also received the Wayne E. Meyer Award for Outstanding Student in Systems Engineering and was recommended to receive with distinction. Mr. Heng Jin Xiang, Singapore Defense Science and Technology Agency. Major Jackson Ng, Republic of Singapore Navy. Also received the Northrop Grumman Student Award for Excellence in Systems Engineering and was recommended to receive with distinction. Ms. Catherine M. Mangum, Naval Surface Warfare Center, Carter Rock Division. Mr. Kevin Francis O'Neill, Naval Surface Warfare Center, Carter Rock Division. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Systems Engineering Analysis. Lieutenant Siobhan A. Alexander, United States Navy. Lieutenant Walter R. Brinkley, Jr., United States Navy. Lieutenant Joseph Babolka, United States Navy. Also received the Wayne E. Meyer Award for Outstanding Student in Systems Engineering. Lieutenant Phil Castaneda, United States Navy. Lieutenant Jordan M. Cohen, United States Navy. Lieutenant Matthew Kenfield, United States Navy. Lieutenant Johnny Martin Quilanderino, United States Navy. Also received the Wayne E. Meyer Award for Outstanding Student in Systems Engineering. Lieutenant Thomas Michael Roberts, United States Navy. Lieutenant Anthony Christian Silvestrini, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Alwyn E. Wessner, United States Navy. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Operations Research. Major Russell John Edmiston, United States Army. Major Matthew Damian Kaler, United States Army. Lieutenant Colonel Carl W. Kohlinger, United States Army Reserve. Major J. Leonard Persons, United States Army. Major Michael J. Pins, United States Army Reserve. First Lieutenant Barış Yildiz, Turkish Army. Recommended to receive with distinction. Captain Joe K. Dumar, United States Marine Corps. Captain Mauro D. Inoka, United States Marine Corps. Also received the Military Operations Research Society Stephen A. Tisdale Graduate Research Award and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Major John Disbrow Jordan, United States Marine Corps. Captain Joseph D. Ricks, United States Marine Corps, who also received the Military Operations Research Society Stephen A. Tisdale Graduate Research Award and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Stacy Lynette Hall, United States Navy. Lieutenant Jesse Dwayne Lorenzen, United States Navy, recommended to receive with distinction. Lieutenant Mauricio Francisco Munoz Quezada, Chilean Navy. Lieutenant Commander Federico S. Perez Dueñas, Spanish Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Commander Thomas Silas, Hellenic Navy. Captain Yusuf M. Matar, Royal Bahraini Air Force. Miss Christina Ann Schmunk, Defense Manpower and Data Center. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Applied Sciences, Operations Research. Lieutenant Commander James C. Pabelico, United States Navy. Candidate for the degree Master of Science in Human Systems Integration. Captain James Walliser, United States Air Force. recommended to receive with distinction. Candidate for the degree Master of Science in Meteorology and Physical Oceanography, Lieutenant D. Paul Smith, United States Navy. Candidate for the degree Master of Science in Physical Oceanography, Lieutenant William F. Ashley, United States Navy. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Physics, Lieutenant Yvette Elaine Davis, United States Navy. Also received the Naval Sea Systems Command Award for Excellence in Combat Systems and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Spencer Talley, United States Navy, recommended to receive with distinction. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Applied Physics, Lieutenant McIntosh K. Ewell II, United States Navy. Lieutenant Jonathan Garner, United States Navy. Lieutenant Stephen Holly, United States Navy, recommended to receive with distinction. Lieutenant Jason Hickel, United States Navy. Lieutenant Justin Ivancic, United States Navy, also received the Naval Sea Systems Command Award for Excellence in Combat Systems. Lieutenant James Santimeyer, United States Navy. Lieutenant Thomas Sulzer, United States Navy. First Lieutenant Mohammed Akram Zarafi, Tunisian Army. Candidate for the degree Master of Science in Engineering Acoustics, Lieutenant Ana Margarida de Rosario Mendes Vieira, Portuguese Navy. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Computer Science, Mr. Nathan William Hurst, Federal Cyber Corps. Mr. Charles Dillon Shearer, U.S. Army, SURDEC, recognized for an outstanding thesis and recommended to receive with distinction. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Software Engineering, Lieutenant Junior Grade Mohsen Ben Kahia, Tunisian Navy. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Information Technology Management, Captain Jason Howard Bain, United States Marine Corps. Lieutenant Commander Jerome Edward Dubé, United States Coast Guard. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Defense Analysis, Lieutenant Colonel Haldoun Haya Salayam Arawashte, Jordan Armed Forces. Captain Elroy E. Awardo, Belize Defense Force, Army. Major Jacques Vanna Sogo, Cameroon Army. Captain Brett Martin Bemis, United States Army. Major John Douglas Bishop, United States Army, recommended to receive with distinction. Chief Warrant Officer James E. Cossey, United States Army. Major Brian M. Farrell, United States Army. Major Michael Edward Gates, United States Army, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Major William M. Grieshaber, United States Army, recognized for an outstanding thesis and recommended to receive with distinction. Major Christopher J. Hall, United States Army. Major Perry Lee Johnson, Jr., United States Army. Lieutenant Colonel Pranav Kumar, Indian Army, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Major Daniel D. Mitchell, United States Army, also received the Hans Jones Award for Excellence in Thesis Research in Security, Stabilization, Transition, and Reconstruction, also recognized for an outstanding thesis. Major Michael George Morozes, United States Army. Colonel Fulgence Simon Misrafi, Army, Tanzania People's Defense Forces. Major Michael D. Nelson, United States Army. Also received the Hans Jones Award for Excellence in Thesis Research in Security, Stabilization, Transition, and Reconstruction, and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Colonel Eko Azwari, Indonesian Army. Major Benjamin A. Taylor, United States Army. Major Umberto Ovidio Ventura, United States Army. Lieutenant Brandon R. Giles Summers, United States Navy. Major Go Pue Hoc Francis, Republic of Singapore Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Brian V. Jennings, United States Navy. Lieutenant James McCrandle, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Jeffrey V. Morgenthaler, United States Navy. Lieutenant Jonathan David New, United States Navy. Group Captain Amir Masood, Pakistan Air Force. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Systems Technology in Command, Control, and Communications. Lieutenant Clayton Cesar Baez, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Stephen W. Bowman, United States Navy. Lieutenant David J. Ellison, United States Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Robert Allen Gill, United States Navy. Lieutenant Scott Thomas Johns, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Brian Keith Lisney, United States Navy. Lieutenant Elaine Demetra Reed, United States Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Patrick Joseph Traynor, United States Navy. Major Richard James LaViolette, United States Marine Corps, also received the 2011 AFCEA John McReynolds Wozencraft Award for academic excellence in joint C4I and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration. First Lieutenant Mehmet Erden, Turkish Army. Major Thomas G. McFall, United States Army. Captain Jeffrey J. Sizik, United States Marine Corps. Lieutenant Corey D. Barksdale, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Carrie A. Bates, United States Navy. Lieutenant Carl R. Blazek, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Don A. Burson, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Patrick M. Callan, United States Navy. Commander Kyujin J. Choi, United States Navy. Recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Russell L. Ellis, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Brian L. Garbert, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Joseph M. Gilmore, United States Navy. Also received the Naval Supply Systems Command Award for academic excellence in management and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Joel N. Godfrey, United States Navy. Also received the Conrad Scholar Award for distinguished academic achievement in financial management. Lieutenant Cullen M. Greenfield, United States Navy, was recommended to receive with distinction and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Joshua R. Hill, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Jeffrey D. Holly, United States Navy. Lieutenant Cameron A. Ingram, United States Navy. Also received the Rear Admiral Donald R. Eaton Logistics Award for outstanding achievement and was recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Commander Keith B. Clem, United States Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Commander Robert G. Kovac, Jr., United States Navy. Lieutenant Dennis Law, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Philip R. Lindley, United States Navy. Lieutenant Joseph R. McDonald, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Kevin L. McGraw, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Gregory P. Mitchell, United States Navy. Lieutenant Zyrone R. Ocampo, United States Navy. Also received the Conrad Scholar Award for Distinguished Academic Achievement in Financial Management. Lieutenant Commander Stephen Osborne, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Joseph H. Peth, United States Navy. Lieutenant Bruce Riley, United States Navy. Lieutenant Sean S. Roderick, United States Navy. Lieutenant Christopher M. Schmid, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander David A. Schultz, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Frederick Skinner, United States Navy. Commander John D. Sowers, United States Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Ryan R. Stickle, United States Navy. Lieutenant Jared J. Sweetser, United States Navy, recognized for an outstanding thesis. Lieutenant Jesse K. Tahiron, United States Navy. Lieutenant Commander Seth D. Thornhill, United States Navy, also received the Conrad Scholar Award for Distinguished Academic Achievement in Financial Management. Lieutenant Commander Stephen A. Uries, United States Navy, also received 4 awards. The Rear Admiral Thomas R. McClellan Award for Academic Excellence in the Graduate School of Business and Public Policy, the Department of the Navy Award for Academic Excellence in Financial Management, the Lewis D. Liskin Award for Excellence in Business and Public Policy, and the Conrad Scholar Award for Distinguished Academic Achievement in Financial Management, and was recommended to receive with distinction. Lieutenant Michael Vogue, United States Navy. Lieutenant Hunter Washburn, United States Navy. Captain Tord Lean, Norwegian Air Force, also received the Rear Admiral Donald R. Eaton Logistics Award for Outstanding Achievement and was recognized to receive with distinction. Lieutenant Colonel Roberto Quintas Rato, Brazilian Air Force. Major Beezer H. Diabji, United States Air Force. Also received 2 awards, the Air Force Association Award for Outstanding U.S. Air Force Student, Department of the Air Force Award for Academic Excellence in Financial Management, was recognized for an outstanding thesis, and was recommended to receive with distinction. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Program Management: Major Daniel Roll, United States Army, Warren. Michael F. Bowman, Department of the Army, Warren. Also received the Army Acquisition Corps Award for Scholastic Achievement and was recommended to receive with distinction. Nita M. Clark, Department of the Army, Redstone Arsenal. Mr. Michael A. Mason, Department of the Army, Picatinny. Dennis A. Morrow, Department of the Army, Rock Island. Brian J. Vaughn, Department of the Army, Redstone Arsenal. Akindalus T. Whitman, Department of the Army, Redstone Arsenal. Candidate for the degree, Master of Science in Management, Captain Chad W. Rook, United States Marine Corps. Candidates for the degree, Executive Master of Business Administration, Mr. Jonathan D. Ambler, Department of the Navy, Newport. Mr. Ernie Andrada, Jr., Department of the Navy, Washington. Ms. Danielle M. Baker, Department of the Navy, Washington. Mr. Sean J. Butler, Department of the Navy, Newport. Ms. Amy J. Coelho, Department of the Navy, Washington. Mr. Robert J. Colston, Department of the Navy, Washington. Recommended to receive with distinction. Mr. David Fatma, Department of the Navy, Norfolk. Ms. Elizabeth Gilmore, Department of the Navy, Newport. Ms. Melissa Gonzalez, Department of the Navy, Norfolk. Recommended to receive with distinction. Ms. Jacqueline Henry, Department of the Navy, Millington. Ms. J. He Lee, Department of the Navy, Washington. Mr. Kevin N. Marks, Department of the Navy, Washington. Mr. Frank M. Rendon, Department of the Navy, Washington. Recommended to receive with distinction. Ms. Clara M. Rogers, Department of the Navy, Millington. Ms. Nellie S. Roth, Department of the Navy, Washington. Ms. Jennifer Schiffrel, Department of the Navy, Washington. Recommended to receive with distinction. Mr. John Frank Steele III, Department of the Navy, Millington. Mr. Brad E. Ueda, Department of the Navy. Please join me in giving all of our graduates a well-deserved hand. Congratulations. We're really proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the president, please take your seats. Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the president and all of us here at the Naval Postgraduate School, we'd like to once again offer our sincere appreciation to the Naval Postgraduate School Color Guard, Miss Lila Engelhorn, and the Del Monte Brass. President Oliver cordially invites the graduates, faculty, and guests to a cake-cutting ceremony and reception in honor of the graduates in the Barbara McNitt Ballroom of Herman Hall immediately following this ceremony. Chaplain Rosa will now give the benediction. Please stand and remain standing until the platform party and faculty have departed.
Congratulations, graduates, and to all who are gathered here. Hear now this word of benediction. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you. The Lord be gracious unto you, and the Lord grant you peace. Amen.
Congratulations again. We'll see you over in the Barbara McNitt Ballroom.